What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ernie, and I'm going to teach you guys how to make 5 different cocktails with 5 different spirits. Some of those are going to be modern classics, and some of those are going to be classic classics. Yes, classic classics. So if you don't know where to start, don't worry about it. I got you back. Come along for the journey. Leave a comment. Let me know which ones you've liked, which ones you'd like to see. But I'm going to start out with bourbon. That's my pick. So I'm going to start with the best for me. The first cocktail is going to be the Bourbon Renewal, and that was made by Mr. Jeffrey Morgenthau. This dude made this cocktail in Eugene, Oregon, back in the early 2000s. So it is a modern classic, and it's fantastic, and it's not an old-fashioned. So if you guys are looking for something different, this is definitely a bad boy to start at. This cocktail is made with a juice. We are going to use it in a shaker. And we're going to go with a 1/2 ounce of a creme de cassis, which is a black currant liqueur. It has a tartness to it. 1/2 ounce of a 1-to-1 simple syrup. 1 ounce of your favorite lime juice. And I hope that it's fresh, of course. If not, you've got to reprioritize yourself. Fresh is best. 2 ounces of your favorite bourbon. And 1 dash of Angostura bitters. Oh, I almost got to fill that bad boy up. Add ice. I don't know what kind of ice cube that is, but it's ice. And we're going to shake it up for about 30 seconds. And we're going to strain it into a rocks glass with a cube and double strain. Garnish it up with a lemon wheel. That's quite dandy. It's rich in flavor. The citrus, I like the portion of citrus to it because it's not overwhelming. It complements nice with those barrel notes that you get from that bourbon. Wild Turkey 101 never lets me down. It holds perfectly in every cocktail because it does not lose flavor in it. There's a slight tartness from that black currant, and then there's also the slight sweetness from the simple syrup. Next up is the uber refreshing, one of my personal favorites, especially during the summer months, is the Gin Rickey. It is a low carb, actually 0 sugar option. It's not a heavy cocktail, and it's something that you could make into a session. So we're going to start out with a gin, Drumshanbo. This is my bomb, and we're going to build it right into a highball glass. And we're going to go with 2 ounces of gin. The original recipe calls for a London Dry. Again, I like my Drumshanbo. I like the mouthfeel on it. It is perfect for me. Next, we're going to squeeze 1/2 of a lime. Now, this is another classic recipe. This dates back to the 1880s, and it comes hailing from Washington, D.C. And we're going to fill it up with small cubes. And top it off with some mineral water. And for a garnish, we're going to put a nice lime wheel right on the side. The Gin Rickey. Don't expect sweetness from it because it just is not there. But what you should expect is pure refreshment. Effervescent, 100%. Pellegrino is like the greatest stuff on earth for effervescent bubblies, but also just the pure taste from it. And that's complemented with some organic limes and Drumshanbo. It's a combination made in heaven, I'm telling you. Definitely want to give it a shot. Don't worry about it. I got your back. Oof. Next, we're going to do a dark and stormy. We're going to feature a dark rum. It's Jamaican dark rum. The original recipe calls for Gosling's dark rum, but I don't have that. And it also calls for Barrett's ginger beer, which again, I don't have that either. So these are dandy substitutes. The origin for this cocktail, as I'm building it, we're going to build it right into a glass, a highball glass. The origin is that this dates back to the 20th century. Sailors that were going back and forth to Bermuda ended up making the Goslings, and they made ginger beer for medicinal purposes. So they used the ginger beer with the Gosling's dark rum, i.e. the dark and stormy came. They wouldn't sail when the skies looked this way. However, they would still drink for medicinal purposes, of course. 2 ounces of dark rum. The juice of half a lime. Fill it up with ice. And top it off with ginger beer. It really does have a very medicinal flavor to it. I absolutely love this. It's easy. It hits every note of deliciousness to it. I'm not a big fan, believe it or not, of the Goslings, and I'm not trying to ruin anybody's name, but I'm not a big fan of their ginger beer. They add corn syrup to it, and caramel color, and just a bunch of artificial stuff. We don't necessarily need that, but this is a quality ginger beer, and it's very spicy. And don't use a spiced rum for this. You'll get it all funky. It's just not going to work with the flavors from the ginger beer. It just doesn't work. This has got a little bit more of a pure flavor to it. And keeping in line with easy, we're going to go with the lime wheel as garnish. The dark and stormy, sailors beware. Oh gosh, yeah. Yeah, that's easy. That's nice. That's quality right there. It's really cool. It's an easy cocktail, obviously, to make. Friends would absolutely love it. It's not overly spicy, but the notes from the rum are there. It's perfect. Perfect. There's the perfect sweetness to it. Next up, we are going to do a Vodka Gimlet. It is a riff off of the original Gimlet that came out in the early 19th century by British sailors. They wanted to fight off scurvy, so they had a vitamin C deficiency, i.e. lime juice. And what better way to do it than with gin? So without further ado, because we will have citrus in it, we got to shake it. 2 ounces of vodka, something that doesn't say Tito's is okay. 3/4 of an ounce of lime juice. Fresh is best. The original recipe calls for the roses. Yes, I like to be a traditionalist. However, we don't need all those preservatives and all those fake sweeteners. Just go with the real deal. And a 1/2 ounce of a simple syrup. Add some ice. I'm going to shake this up for about 15 seconds. And this cocktail is served up, so we are going to put it into a chilled martini glass or a coupe glass, whatever you'd like. And double strain. And of course, with keeping it in line with easy, lime wheel as a garnish. The Vodka Gimlet. Quick, to the point, and because we're using vodka, we get this subtly sweetness, but we really get to feel the flavors. And when I say feel, there's an oiliness to the natural lime. Perfect cocktail, excellent sipper. This could go a long way. And fifth, and probably my most favorite, is the Añejo Old Fashioned. It's an old fashioned, and it's a riff dating back to one of the oldest cocktails. However, this is a modern classic that will be stirred, so we're going to end up putting it into a mixing glass. And first thing that we want to do is we want to muddle a little bit of orange, 4 dashes of Angostura bitters, 2 dashes of chocolate bitters, 1/2 ounce of agave syrup, and we're going to go 2 ounces of a good añejo. Add plenty of ice, and we are going to stir this for about 30 seconds. Ooh, that smells delicious. I'm going to strain it into a rocks glass with a large cube. It was the perfect clear cube. When it tempered, it ended up just cracking, so I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, but if you want it to be tempered, let it come to room temperature. It'll automatically clear up on its own. We are going to garnish this with a nice peel. 4 from an orange. Give it a little more zest. and a lemon peel. The Añejo Old Fashioned. That chocolate, I'm telling you, adds absolute perfection to this. This is dangerous because you really don't taste that añejo at all to it. You don't taste any alcohol, as a matter of fact. You get the sweetness to it, but there it comes through. It's flowing through, and you get the warmth from it. Easy and awesome. This is a great cocktail. This is a great riff on a great cocktail. I'm telling you, that chocolate is a game changer. Consider hitting that subscribe button. I'd like to hear back from you guys what you'd like to see next on my next videos. I upload daily, so let me know. Bottoms up.